All right, so let's review a trade I made today in NQ. Okay, we do have here the 30 minutes chart as an anchor chart that I use here. I do have momentum here, and I put also the RSI. Not really using RSI. I can probably remove this one. Actually, it's that is what I'm using, the momentum there. RSI reflects the slow and fast line on the MQ momentum. MQ momentum can be replaced by the MACD. Anyways, you see that what the price action for NQ was today. It went extended all the way to the downside here. It left a big wick right there out of this level right there. So it has started to move down here, and then it made a bounce back. Actually, I was looking here for a trend reversal breakout, but I actually didn't see it. And then the rest of the day, if you see all of these wicks there, all of these wicks there, meant to me that the market was going to be pretty difficult to trade, right? You have all weeks, long weeks in the upper side, and long weeks in the lower side as well. So choppy day for me. And then at the end of the day or during the afternoon, it came back to the moving averages here and started to move up again, and then found this Ichimoku cloud right here and stayed within there the rest of the afternoon. So tough to trade this market, although I made a good trade, and I'm not going to say that I follow all the rules, and that's why I wanted to make a video, because basically the trade that I made was kind of intuitive, and I would say that I do have 4 setups. So I'm going to say that this was setup number 5, which is my intuition, basically. What I took here was a trade right there when it was crossing above the moving average, and it was a little bit risky. I saw the stochastics or MQ momentum moving to the upside there, above the within the distance of the zero line, and then here as well. So it was crossing, moving along. So you see the green histograms in both of these charts in these 2 indicators. So I just took that trade right here, and the first one was actually a break even. So it was a little bit below the entry line right there. So I entered it here at 22,932, and then when it came back, it stopped me out right here because of a little bit of a slippage. Came back down, and it was sold at 22,931. So I would call it a scratch, even though it's a little bit below there. So a very, very small loss, but at the end it wasn't a scratch. And then here is where I took the profit on this trade here today. From this point here all the way there, you see that price came back a little bit, but it didn't cross the 34 EMA, which is the yellow line there, and then it started to move back up again, and it was sold right there at that target 22,967. So in between the two trades, I made $475 on this trade. If we see the chart here, you see that this movement in the around 9:30 when the market opened. Oops, I do have some error in my in this chart here. I'm gonna correct it right after it for the next. You know what? I'm gonna do it right away. So I'm gonna take indicators here. That way you can see what I'm doing here. So this indicator is called color region, and I do have it here at 8:20, which is the time that gold is actually moving. So I'm gonna put this one market open at 9:30 a.m. and that is going to correct. That is going to correct that indicator. Anyway, so that colors the overnight session. You see here that it started to move out at 9:29, and then right when the market opened, gave a move to the downside, and it started to wiggle to the downside. So a little bit of move, erratic move, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it was moving lower, and then finally broke off of this line here, which is the opening for the last the opening value at 6 p.m. yesterday, and it broke there and moved rapidly in a larger move to the downside. But very, very difficult to trade this one here. So I prefer to stay away. I didn't enter anything. This is the first 15 minutes of trade. And it was kind of like a up, down, up, down, up, down, moving below. If you follow this one, then you probably can enter that trade there and put the stop up here and start moving the stop on top of those values there, and probably you would get a profit there. But the style I trade, this one is not really a good setup. Here you do have a double bottom and then a break there, and then that one would move nicely to the downside, potentially a target or a if you put the stop for the first retracement, then you would have a profit that it's calculated here from that point to maybe the first retracement, $350 right there. If you put if you take this break and then come back and then you sell it in the first week, moving to the upside on the first reversal, not week but reversal. Noisy, and then what I would do in here is to look for a trend reversal breakout, because we do have lower high, lower lows, and then here you do have you're looking for this. Let me draw it there. So you'll have lower highs and lower lows, and then at some point you're going to make a higher low, and then the expectation is that this one is going to make a higher high right there. So you're actually looking, I'm going to change this color here to red. You're actually looking right there, a break. At that point you would take the trade to the upside. Okay, but in this case it was very, very noisy, so really nothing to do here. Moving to the upside or the downside, it was really, really a hectic to trade. And then if you see this area here, that is the opening price. You have to be careful. Normally what happens is that goes there and retrace, goes there and retrace, goes there and retrace. So this area is kind of like a rejection area, and in this case it works fine to the downside again, but it's still very, very, very noisy. Here's where I took the trade here, and actually I was a little bit late to the party here, and that's why I'm saying that it's a trade setup number 5, because if you see let me go back here. You're making lower highs and lower lows, and here you have a lower high, but then you have a higher low right there. So your entry should have been right there, and then it's going to wiggle the so what it did here was to wiggle in this area and then move to the upside right there. So I was a little bit late to the party here, and that's why I didn't get the I didn't get the target. If I had entered right here in here, I would have get the target right there. Okay, so in this case, I didn't do it, so it stopped me out. Then I was I'm not gonna say late to the party. This one is actually not a setup entry, but I just entered it off of that wiggle right there, and it was moving pretty fast. So I would have put the entry right there, but I was a little bit late and I put it there. And fortunately, it came back down and then moved up, and then that is where I sold it. Let's review here. We have a wick off of the 34 right there with a setup. Also short-lived. This one is not matching the 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Let me put this measure here to see if yeah, this one would have meet the target right there, $500, and my target is 480. So right there, if you enter right there and goes all the way up here, you have $545 of profit. I did not take that one. I missed it. And probably because I was, already done with the profit on this one for the type of day that we're looking here. Right here, you have a reversal. Coming back down, one trade probably stop and a stop right there at break even. Noise right there. If you look at this moving average, which is the 50, the smooth 50 is the average of moving averages. So let me show you how this one is configured. So probably you can use it. It's a really good indicator. If you go there, you put you create this one. It's an EMA of an EMA, right? So you go here, you put a period of 50, and then the input series. You go inside here and put an EMA of 50 in the input close, and then that is going to give you the input series, and so you have a 50 EMA of a 50 EMA. Okay, so that would it's called smooth 50, and I put it purple with that dotted value, and that is the smooth 50. If you see, this one works very nice as a rejection and a magnet value. So you go there, it tries to go through, it fails, and it goes up. Then you have a rejection there, you have another rejection there. So this one is a good indicator. You have some areas here at 1141. There's a wick off of the moving average right there. Wick off of the moving average right here, a little bit dirty. Here you do have a congestion area, compression, not really clean on the trend reversal breakout. Here you have a higher low, and then finally broke up and then comes back. Here you do have, that's a nice move right there. Compression, break. You have also a break there and a retest. You have a break and retest of that pick, moving up, but very, very noisy, I would say. This one is a killer. Look at that very nasty area lunch. And then after that, that noise right here, you are drifting lower right here, and then breaks over there. So in here you do have 3 entries, right? So you have that entry over here when it goes up on the diagonal. Let me put this one here. Where is my? Let's have to use this one. I'm gonna have to use this one. So here you do have a kind of you have kind of a bull flag right here. So it's kind of like touching there, coming back, touching there. It tries to go up, and then momentum is good here actually. So you have probably been tricked if you take this this break, and then made another attempt to come back down, and then made a higher low right here, and then goes up and breaks there. So I was saying that you would have 2 entries when you see this peak, and if you took the trade, you failed, you probably want to draw it again and put it there. You have a break there, but also you do have a horizontal break right there. So you can either wait and took that one, which is a little bit more risky because you are already going through, but it's also a confirmation, right? So then it moves up, makes another wick right there, and then noisy coming back down, and it makes another compression area there with a compression break above this one. This one is pretty clean. However, you don't want to take it against against this opening value there. That one is a magnet. Actually comes here, and then it was rejected, but then moved above this compression area and then moved to the upside. I did not take that one again. Difficult date for trading, but I think that this would illustrate that you take what you can receive, and then sometimes you have to take your based on intuition. You see the setup, but sometimes you hesitate, and what happened to me in this case was that I hesitated in here, but then I confirmed my impression that it was moving to the upside, especially because of this. I call this one a in Renko bars. I call this one a what is it? A engulfing candle. Okay, so it's a down and then up, and then it engulfs the previous candle there, and then there's a continuation there. I wait a little bit because I mean it was too fast, but I took that entry there. All right, so hopefully this is helpful, and we'll try to make more videos. I was actually normally I was promoting Apex, but I'm not gonna do that anymore because since I have not been doing videos with them, they said that my traffic wasn't that good anymore. So okay, so that happened, and I need to build. I need to build again the volume that I used to have. So, and that the only way to do that is making more videos, and I would appreciate if you like this video, so you and also share it, so you can help me to create more traffic in this channel. All right, thank you so much for watching, and well, my dog is saying bye as well. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.